The Path. This is a masterclass, I guess you could call it, in self-leadership. And it's a program that I really hope you get the benefit out of. I think the world is changing in such a rapid rate that what we need to do is be more enlightened at work. We need to be more conscious. And the path is very much a process of becoming more conscious, more aware, more empathetic, but mostly more self-aware. So I'd like to take you through it. Now, the reason this is so important to me is that I, in my early years of business, went off track. I bombed it. And that was a really hard thing for me to do because I had a $13 million business. That was its value. I had 35 people in the team, in the staff, and I woke up one day and I didn't have it all. And that's not because I mismanaged the business. It was because I didn't grow. I didn't grow with the business, and I was managing a $13 million business the same as I was managing a $1 business. I didn't grow up as fast as I should have, and that affected me domestically as well as at work. And ever since that day, I've been very committed to helping people not make the same screw-ups as I did. It took me 20 years to work out what went wrong, so I didn't quite get the answers straight away. It took me a while. I went in the Himalayas. I went to America and studied behavioral science. I did an MBA. I ran a consulting firm for the next 10 years before I really got a grip on how it is that we can lead ourselves and put ourselves right at the forefront of peak performance, go to the top of our company, the company that we're in or the company that we own, go to the very top of it, and what gets in the way, and how we can preserve our relationships and our home life and all the things that are really important to us in the meantime. And I think this masterclass should be a really great help. For some of you listening here today, this might be the equivalent to handing a porcupine a balloon. But for the rest of you, I really hope there's some massive value in going through this today. So, in our complex world, we have the opportunity to simplify our understandings by relating everything to nature. And that's why I'm out here in the garden. That's why I believe that nature's law can really help. The laws of nature bring harmony of nature into everyday life. And I think once we tune into those, we can't go wrong. I think when people get separated from nature, I think when people start to live in their ego, they start to try to make decisions around businesses, personal life, that nature just defies the way cells work, it defies the way atoms work, and it defies the way stars work. I think we've kind of like got free will a little bit screwed up. So I'm going to skip through this, and I'm going to make this workbook available to you. At the end of this program, I'll give you a web link so you can go and download it yourself. So there's a fair bit of preamble in here, a little bit about me and what I do. So let's get straight to the nub of it. There are 7 steps in self-leadership. The first step is, and most important step, is to make sure we get beyond anger. Because I do think a lot of people are frustrated and they're motivated by anger at work. They're motivated or they're driven to work so hard because they're frustrated with what they've got to do. They're frustrated with the team. They're frustrated with themselves. They're frustrated at home. They're frustrated. And I think first and foremost in life, we have to get beyond anger as a motivation. It doesn't work. It really doesn't. I've got a fly here trying to get me, or a spider trying to eat me or something. Sorry, little baby, you've got to go. We've got to get beyond anger because anger creates anger, and it creates resistance to the very thing that we're trying to construct. So getting beyond anger. Beyond greed, well, I don't think many of us would define ourselves as greedy. But we do get attached to what we do. And greed is another word for attachment. And I think we can honestly say that all of our emotional upsets and all of our turmoil and all of the things we do at work that cause us to be triggered are based on greed. So I think the third and second thing is to get beyond greed. And last but not least, in this first step, free of our ego, is to get beyond hatred. Now, hatred's a very heavy word. There are many words that are like hatred: dislike, judgment, criticism, and the like. And I think I just want to bundle them all up in a word called hatred, because we hate hatred, and I think we're quite motivated to move beyond hatred as a source of motivation. And watching this video, part 2 of this masterclass, how to be free of ego, therefore not be motivated by anger or greed or hatred, judgment, will be up soon. I hope you've enjoyed it. Please put a like on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, and give me a thumbs up so that we get more people watching the masterclass. And if you need to, pass it on to friends, colleagues, or teammates at work. I think it will be a great value to everybody who listens. Bye for now.